Kevin here, and welcome to the another episode of Kuwader Knows. If you are new in our channel, please do subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss our future uploads. Okay, for today's lesson, we're going to talk about the major divisions of the Earth's atmosphere. Earth's deep ocean of air has been divided in a number of ways. 3 are presented below, and here's what you to expect. Divisions based on temperature variation, divisions based on the distribution of gases in the atmosphere, and atmosphere divisions based on the distribution of ozone and ions. So let's proceed for the first division, the division based on the temperature variation. And here's what under divisions based on temperature variation. The first one is troposphere. The troposphere is the bottom 16 to 18 km of the atmosphere where winds, clouds, and water vapor are found, and where weather phenomena occur. Temperature varies greatly near the Earth's surface. It is warmer near the equator and colder toward the poles. Likewise, the air grows colder as one goes up higher. The average rate of temperature decrease is about 6.5 degrees Celsius per kilometer ascent. The temperature at the top of the troposphere is around negative 45 degrees Celsius to negative 50 degrees Celsius. The average depth of the troposphere is about 11 km at the equator and 8 km at the poles. Next, stratosphere. The stratosphere is the second major division of the atmosphere. It lies above the troposphere. In this region, the air grows warmer, although not uniformly as one goes up higher. The average depth of the stratosphere is more than 30 kilometers. Its outer boundary is around 50 kilometers above sea level. Scientists estimate that about 99.9% of the mass of the atmosphere is found within this 50 km of air. Example is within the troposphere and stratosphere together. The third one, the mesosphere. The mesosphere is the third major division of the atmosphere, above the stratosphere. In this region, the air grows colder again, almost uniformly as one goes up higher. This is because gases in this region do not absorb the sun rays. The average rate of the temperature decrease is about 3.5 degrees Celsius per kilometer ascent. The average depth of the mesosphere is 30 kilometers. Its outer boundary is around 80 kilometers above sea level. The last one from under the temperature variation of the atmosphere is thermosphere. The layer of the atmosphere next to the mesosphere is the thermosphere. The very thin air in this region is intensely heated by the sun's rays. The temperature rising sometimes to more than 1000 degrees Celsius. It rises further when solar activity increases. The thermosphere extends from the outer limits of the mesosphere to around 1000 km above sea level. Now, let's proceed to another division. This based on the distribution of gases in the atmosphere. There are two major divisions in this part. The first one is homosphere and the other one is heterosphere. The homosphere is the bottom 90 km of the atmosphere where there is continuous movement of air masses. As a result, the gases, mostly nitrogen and oxygen, are well mixed. The term homosphere is derived from the prefix homo, which means same, referring to the relatively homogeneous mixture of gases in this region. A notable exemption is the ozone layer that envelops the globe at around 30 km above sea level. Next, heterosphere. The outer portion of the atmosphere where no mixing of gases takes place is the heterosphere. As a result, the gases tend to separate in layers. Example, atomic oxygen at the bottom of the heterosphere, followed by helium, then hydrogen outward. The term heterosphere is derived from the prefix hetero, meaning different, referring to the unmixed gases in this region. So always take note that homosphere, it means that same or well mix of gases in this region, while the heterosphere, meaning different gases are not mixed. Okay? Now, let's proceed to the last division of the atmosphere. This division is based on the distribution of ozone and ions. Before we proceed, let's give you some additional infos. Did you know, O2 stands for the molecule of the ordinary form of oxygen in the lower atmosphere, while the O3 stands for a molecule of the very reactive form of oxygen called ozone. The O2 molecule or oxygen molecule is said to be diatomic. It means 2 atoms each, while the O3 or the ozone molecule is said to be triatomic, means 3 atoms each. Stratospheric ozone refers to the ozone in the so-called ozone layer in the stratosphere, some 30 km above sea level. While the ground level ozone refers to the ozone formed near the Earth's surface, sometimes due to photochemical reactions involving air pollutants like nitrogen oxides and hydrocarbons, and sometimes due to electrical discharges caused by lightning, short circuits, faulty electric motors, etc. Ions are electrically charged particles. Gas molecules in the upper atmosphere become ionized or split into ions by the high energy radiations from the sun. Okay, so here's the first part of the in the division distribution of the ozone in ions. First is ozonosphere. The bottom 7 km of the atmosphere where ozone is found is the ozonosphere. As mentioned earlier, ozone is the ozone layer, is also called stratospheric ozone. Auto-it na yung term. Pero alam nyo na yung main purpose ng ozonosphere. Maliban sa doon makikita yung ozone layer, yung nasa ozonosphere, doon din makikita yung ozone layer na nagpoprotekta sa atin sa harmful ultraviolet ray. As you can see in this figure, the harmful yung ultraviolet rate na C ay totally black ng ozone layer, samantalang yung sa UV type B naman nakalagpas yung unti, pero yung ultraviolet ray type A naman nakapagpas to kasi hindi naman siya totally harmful. Ang harmful lang ay yung may expose tayo na matagal, kaya inaabisuhan lahat na gumamit ng sunscreen para hindi tayo magkakaroon ng cancer sa balat. Okay, the last one, the ionosphere. The ionosphere is the region of the atmosphere which is sufficiently ionized by solar ultraviolet radiation. This is the outer portion of the atmosphere where ions and electrons are trapped. Ibig trap hindi siya lumalabas sa mismong atmosphere ng Earth by Earth's magnetic field and form layers. Please refer to this simply as layer D, E, and F. Ayan, makikita nyo sa figure sa kanan. Yan, ayan yung tatlong layer na yon na tinutukoy. They reflect radio waves back to Earth and therefore play a very important role in radio transmission. So ibig sabihin, kung hindi dahil sa Earth's magnetic field, hindi natin magagamit yung sistema ng radio transmission. Pag walang radio transmission, walang TV at wala ding radyo. Yon. At dyan na nga nagtatapos ang ating topic. So, thank you for listening and hoping na may natutunan kayo sa akin. Muli ako si Kevin at nagpapaalam sa inyo. Good day and God bless.